Hello everyone, GuitarGuy here, going to be bringing you an awesome match tonight. It's going to be 5150 versus ZFZ, and there are going to be some good games. We got some really good maps coming out here for both teams. It's going to be interesting to see what comes of these maps. First map is going to be Dry Dock, second map is going to be Novena, and the third and final map, if it goes to it, will be Canyon Crusade. So let's see what happens. With me here is APC and Buhlitz doing the cam tonight. APC, how you doing, man?
Not doing too bad. I had a good day today, and I'm gonna have a good night too with this awesome game. Yeah, like you said, 5150 versus ZFZ. These are two top-notch teams that's been around for a while, so it's gonna be a doozy. So what's the first map we're starting off with here?
First map is going to be Dry Dock, and this can pretty much go either way. Honestly, before I was looking at just the matchup, before any of the maps or anything were decided, I was thinking 5150 would pretty much take it. But with ZFZ having these maps and everything, I'd say they have just as good of a chance as 5150, especially to take it in two on Dry Dock and Novena. It's pretty much going to be a toss-up here.
Yeah, kind of like what you said on Behind the Blue Play today. You're like, we didn't know what the maps were at first, and you even said, like, if ZFZ has a chance to play Dry Dock and Novena, I think they have a chance to win this. And then, Jim Christ confirms that Dry Dock and Novena are two of the three maps, with the third one being Canyon Crusade. So if that holds true, I think I can agree with you at that point. That ZFZ is more, they know those classic maps, but when it comes to something like Canyon Crusade, Bella Omega, the newer maps, I think 5150 would easily win those. But we've seen 5150 practicing recently. They lost last night, but they practiced the hell out of the past 24 hours and learned from their mistakes. But we'll see if they learn from their mistakes. And ZFZ doing their normal thing, but they're just a strong ass team and they know how to duel. So
yeah,
I don't know who to put my money on yet. I didn't even put Shazbooks on this match.
I didn't either, but that's because I lost them all in the Who Lives Wins versus 5150 game. But I'm interested to see tonight if Veer does get up in that strike. I know a lot of times he gets in that strike, he is just mean. He's so hard to deal with, but at the same time, if ZFZ is smart about it, they can just deny him anything pretty much by putting saber launchers on him, pretty much just paying attention to him because you just can't let him go unchecked. So we'll have to see if Veer gets in the strike tonight because, I mean, last night he was up in the strike, but it really didn't seem to do much. And I think he's just too strong of a person to pull off D and put someone like Thomas B where they usually do, put him on D. Yeah. I do notice though Thomas B isn't in here. And actually, I'll get a readown of the 5151 roster here since the game is about to start. And they're going to be Blood Eagle, the red team. We have Bojingo Bells, Veer, M-Star, Remix, Mukhtar, Hatui, and Matten.
And on Diamond Sword, that's the blue team. We have ZFZ, which is Kudos, Rhetorist, Clout, Curious George, Chambers, Asilian, is that how you say his name? And Vector. I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, Asilian being Intronox.
Okay. I'm just going to call him Intronox probably from now on. That's
like
how everybody knows him. But yeah, so we're going to start off, and it looks like First Blood goes to Kudos. He's, I wouldn't be surprised that he's going to be the top fragger, too. He's a dominant offensive player. Hatui coming in, I think he's going to go straight for the gens, and for the most part, you just see the rest of 5150 just flirting around like the middle of the field. What do you got for cappers, though? Do you see any cappers on the route other than there's Matten setting up for the low to high?
Yeah, Matten's setting up on the low right now. I don't see any cappers coming out right now for ZFZ, and Vector is in, but I don't see him anywhere right now. It looks like he's actually on the ZFZ tower, and Matten's coming in, but he has been spotted, and he's going to get taken up by Chambers before he can even do anything. So first minute winding down, no flag grabs or anything.
Yeah,
and
but
right
look
now,
at that Mukhtar coming down with a backslide. He's going Infiltrator. I think they were kind of planning on that. Matten didn't look like he was trying too hard to get that route to succeed. But there's Kudos and the snipe coming in to knock the flag out of his hands, and there's Kudos in the midfield with the midfield grab too. Or return. Yeah. And then, there's a lot of stuff going on over at the red team's base, though. You see Asilian or Intronox taking out Veer. Though I don't see a capper coming in. Oh, there he is. There's Vector coming in from a back grab. It's about 7 seconds out, and I'm sure they see them coming in. That's M-Star sitting on top of the base waiting for him to come in. Probably going to go for that body blocker MA, but he misses it, and there's the grab by Vector. Not really a fast grab, though. It looks like he kind of just, I don't know, choked on that route. And there's the flag return for the red team. So 2 minutes in, and each team gets one grab, and also each team gets one return.
Yeah, and Matten is coming in right now from the low again. He does get spotted, though. Chambers already putting shots into him. He gets cleaned up there by Rhetorist's chain gun. So another failed attempt there by 5150. right now it just seems like ZFZ, I'm not sure if they're destacking or what. I see Clout, Rhetorist, and Chambers over here. Mukhtar setting up behind, and let's see, let's count them. Kudos, Vector, Intronox, and Curious George. So no, it is a 4-3 split coming out here from ZFZ from the gates.
Yeah, it looks like the 5150, the first two attacks, they weren't really coordinated on their attacks. But now I'm seeing Bojingo Bell's moving a little bit, Hatui move in, Mukhtar on the top cliff coming down, and Matt and I saw setting up for a high grab, but I think he got taken out on his way in. I did miss who did it, but he did get taken out, and now he's setting up for that high grab again. So they're going to rely on Mukhtar to pick up the flag. So looks like Hatui's not even, Matt hasn't even gotten a chance to touch the flag yet. He's getting spotted so early and taken down, and by doing that, they're throwing the offense off completely. And you know, I see Matten coming in. He's about 15 seconds out, and no one's really there to do this distract. There's Hatui, but he's getting chained the hell out. He's about to die before he even gets there.
Yeah, he's running Pathfinder for some reason. Interesting. Matten is coming in here from the high this time around, but it's weird seeing Mukhtar go for these attempted grabs without egocentric. It's kind of not planned. It's just kind of, well, Matten missed, I'll go for it, but he's now on Chambers at least, and Matten's coming into a completely open stand. Rhetorist isn't there, and Matten will get out. It takes a lot of chain gun fire from behind, though. 470 health right now. Clout trying to chase him down with the LAR. M-Star coming out to escort Matten, and a mortar almost hits there. Intronox is going to be able to get the E-grab. He punts that flag off. Now Curious George comes in Infiltrator. Matten somehow still alive. Finally, everyone getting cleaned up, and Remix is going to come in, get that cap from 5150, and there it is. 5150 takes the first point within the first 4 minutes of this game on Dry Dock.
That was nuts. He had such a sliver of health for like 7 seconds with like 2-3 people on him, and he just did not get hit by one more bullet. One more bullet would have done it. And then a Nitron kills him, but you know, that didn't really help because the flag was already returned by that point, and 3 people were clustered on the flag stand, allowing them to get that first point. But Asilian was able to grab that flag at will. It seemed like he was just, you know, throwing some grenades or some shots onto the flag stand, and was like, oh, I need an E-grab, I can do it. So it seems like when they want to get an E-grab, they can, but when they want to get a grab Vector up the stand, it's not working out for them in that case. What happened?
Yeah, Chambers just got a really nice T5 grenade on Mukhtar, so Matten's coming in on this route, but Chambers is unharassed, and an unharassed Chambers is very dangerous. So far, that Matten is, wow, it just gets torn apart between Chambers and Rhetorist's chain gun. Now Chambers is able to just go through and freely take out these light offensive players coming in for 5150, and they all get cleaned up. And it's worth it to point out that on that last grab where they got out, Mukhtar ended up actually getting on Chambers that time. Chambers went down. There was no spot for the cap, and that's really what allowed Matten to get out all the way home with it. So just that was a very, very nice clear, and that's really what we need to see coming out from 5150 against this very strong ZFZ defense.
Dude, you look at the amount of kills for both teams already. I mean, Kudos already in the double digits with just now elapsed 5 minutes. And, you know, you got a couple other people with 5 kills on the blue team, a few people above 5 kills on the red team. Like, this is like a kill-heavy game already. Vector coming in for a grab on the high, or at least I saw him setting up. There he is, and he's getting spotted by M-Star, which pretty much stops Vector in his tracks. So that throws off that push, but they're not done quite yet as Curious George is up here on the top. That was a quick grab by Matt, and I guess he just cratered on top of Rhetorist the Hoff. But there's Mukhtar for what he's been doing best. You know, that's 3 times now that he's got the grab as soon as Matten died. He gets the punt off in midfield. Let's see if Bojingo Bells can snag that there. This is a nice snag. He is in Pathfinder, so that's a good thing for him to be in when he's usually in something like Raider or Infiltrator. So that's good game awareness right there. Good flag awareness, knows what to do at the right time to have the right class. So they're able to, because of that, get the flag home. They're going to kind of cluster on the flag stand there, whereas the blue team is able to get the flag home. And Curious George with, I'd say 2 or 3% health left, able to, you know, crutch his way home and get into Rhetorist's arms. And folks, we have our first stand of the night. What do we think with it? Oh crap, there's a lot going on over here on the red side. The flag just got nitroned out of someone's hands, and people are dying left and right. But all the blue team ZFZ guys are down, and now the flag is safely back into the hands. So I think the next push is going to be by Hatui and Matten up here against Rhetorist, or who is it? Chambers now holding the flag.
Yeah, Hatui now switching into the Raiders, so looking to duel here. Right now, ZFZ having Clout, Rhetorist, and Chambers. A lot of grenade fire coming in. Chambers going straight up in the air. Hatui pulling out that NJ5. Not able to get a lot of damage. Matten goes for the Nitron, misses though, and misses the MA with that high ping, and Chambers is going to stay safe. But Mukhtar's now coming in behind. Hatui
like
just dying. Mukhtar pulls out those knives. Chambers in a bad position. Mukhtar might be able to pull out the return.
Here comes Jingle Bells. Here comes Jingle Bells. There he is. Oh, he gets the return. And what's this? The return on the other side too. We completely missed that.
Now, Curious George got that return there for ZFZ, and Matten comes in after getting cleaned up, and he goes through and he gets immediately taken out by Clout. So, yeah, I mean, that was just phenomenal push there by both teams to get those returns. Unfortunate, though, for ZFZ. They were in a very high-risk position, but also at high reward. If they were able to get that return, they would have been able to capitalize on the cap immediately, where most teams will take it out to certain points on the map that are maybe a little harder to just set up against them. So unfortunately they lost, but luckily for them, their offense did their work and got the flag back home. So keeping it just 1-0 right now in favor of Team 5150.
Yeah, Curious George over here with the grab, and he's still 100% clean. Remix trying to get some Nova Blaster shot there. And I think he actually landed one, but now he is down, got chained out by the flag carrier Curious George. This is a conk, I think that was, by Veer TW.
Ooh, this could be dangerous, though. Right now, Vector's coming into a completely undefended flag stand. He's going to make it out. Veer decided to chase Matten on the other side. Oh, my God, no.
He hit a tree. He hit a tree coming in. He's able to get the grab. You know, that's enough. But they could have easily made it a quick standoff. But there's the Nitron on Remix, or on the Matten. The Remix picks it up. He's about to die. But Jingle Bells gets the return in the midfield. And Curious George might be able to get the return. No. There's M-Star to pick up the flag, even though he has a little bit of health. Oh, he's actually sniped out by Chambers, who's now pushing farther, even closer to the red team's base. And now he might even be able to get the E-grab if he moves in a little closer. But that's not going to be the case, as Veer is going to try to move in. Does not get sniped in time. And there's the second cap for 5150. Nice attempt there. Chambers really holding it in there. If they could have got a little bit more support from his teammates, he could have maybe even prevented that cap getting a return. But
yeah, those man,
good. Sync team right there, teamwork.
Yeah, Mukhtar was doing a great job there. Kudos and Intronox were both crashing in to try and get that return, but Mukhtar was there to knife them out. So very unfortunate for them being low health and going up against those knives. So very nice play there by Mukhtar, really cleaning up the ZFZ offense and allowing that cap to happen. And Chambers almost, if Kudos and Intronox had been there, probably would have been a different story. But good situational awareness there coming out from the infiltrator Mukhtar for 5150.
All right, well, the shadows casted over on the Blood Eagle side as the ship crosses across the map. And you see Vector coming in from a back grab. Salian, Kudos, and Curious George dominating the stand. No one's there. Salian's actually going to go for the grab. I think Vector's going to wait for the chain grab. Salian now has minimal health, trying to get Remix trying to do the swag blast, but Veer right on his tail with the return. And so here comes Vector for that chain grab as he was setting up for. Matten cleanly out himself from a back grab. Clout cutting him off, but he doesn't have enough health to really stay alive. But Vector is out, even though he did like a static route. He's able to get the punt off to make it all the way back to his base. And the miss by Kudo. Net flag pretty much dead stops into a tree. M-Star trying to get the return. Jingle Bell's always trying to get the return. He misses it, so now those two guys die. Mukhtar in his infiltrator gets the knives and just misses the return there. Tui now coming in for the return. Left and right, they're throwing people at. Whereas over here, VRTW is holding the flag with Matten passing it off to him. Completely uncontested. It was just one 5150 member after another going after the return, and just ZFZ holding their ground and forcing this second standoff of the game.
Yeah, it's a scary situation when Mukhtar is sitting over there invisible. You always have to think about him. And again, it looks like ZFZ going to be doing this high risk, high reward type standoff where Clout, Chambers, and Redder is just going to be standing on top of their base here on Dry Dock. Mukhtar is trying to, wow, he's actually uncloaked right now, sneaking up behind him, waiting to get that energy. And these guys just don't see him at all. They might have heard that noise, though, as he cloaks. Clout now coming in. Oh, Mukhtar actually revealing a bit early as Hatui comes in with that Raider and Matten. So Mukhtar not going to be part of this play, but Jingle Bells and everyone. Oh, Matten almost gets a mid-air return, but no, an EMP grenades prevents that. Chambers going to pick it up now for ZFZ. Matten gets cleaned up. Hatui and Jingle Bells over here for 5150 trying to get this return. And now Chambers is going to put that flag off over to Clout. Clout all alone going up against Hatui and Jingle Bells. He goes down to a sliver. Raider is now over here. Clout going to lay down a grenade, take out Hatui, but no, he TKs his teammate, and Jingle Bells gets the return. And now it looks like 5150 trying to get that cap, but there is, again, this is why when you're on this map, it's just so easy to not get the cap after the flag is returned. Intronox is there for an easy E-grab, but everyone here for 5150 on the stand. Oh my God, there's no no Pathfinder crash. This is just one mistake I see, and 5150 is up by 3-0 right now, but you need people to get out of their heavy suits or their Raider suits and crash in Pathfinders. They just had the opportunity, but no one spawned at that. So very unfortunate there. Not a lot of crash, and 5150 picks up that cap.
Yeah, ZFC didn't really have much pressure on the flag carrier either. They tossed, 2 people in at a time, but that wasn't enough against the defense. So they were able to take them out one by one. And, Assailant grabbed the flag and then just decided to toss the flag. Maybe he got Nitron, but the flag just came out of his hands and he just ignored the flag stand from there, going after somebody else. So instead of focusing on the flag carrier, he was focusing on someone else. So that really hurt him not being able to have the crash. And ZFC is known to have a good cluster/crash team, so I'm really surprised that they're not performing that well right now. There's Vector with a high to low right now. Doesn't have a good return route though. He's just going right into a cliff. He has a dead stop basically to turn around. I think he just thrust it into a he thrust it into a support beam, but he gets a kill on M-Star. But now everyone's catching up to him. Even the Shrike comes out, and there it is. VRTW right now proving that he is good enough in the Shrike right now. Even though it wasn't good last time, he's gonna perform well tonight. It looks like. Curious George with a backslide grab. Remix is there to get a couple shots on him. Some mortars getting tossed in by M-Star, but he's not landing. Ooh, that's a close one. Nope, not gonna land. So Curious George is now getting escorted.
Man.
Yeah, everyone's getting taken out. Who's chasing him down too? Left and right. There's
and look
Bells
at
and
this.
Remix down.
Veer is repairing his Shrike right now. Veer is repairing his Shrike while this is going on. Oh my god.
That's not a smart idea. Mukhtar by himself getting an E-grab against 5 people. He doesn't even have enough health to, withstand like 3 chain gun bullets. And he's just gonna hide inside the base. No one's actually going for him. No one. They have 6 people on the stand, and just now they're going for him. Mukhtar can hold this for another 10 seconds if he wants. But it actually looks like he gets taken down or dropped the flag. The flag returned. I didn't see him die.
Oh, Madden's coming in right now, though, and he is going to get cleaned up there by Clout. But
there's too many people there.
That's what I'm talking about. We have Rhetorist now. He went Doombringer with that Saber, and Veer is just rendered useless. And without him on that flag stand, ZFZ got out just easy, and now Veer has 2 Sabers on him down to 804. Oh no, the flag is actually out over here. Holy crap, completely missed that. And here we go, Bojinga Bells. Oh wow, getting a nice return there in Juggernaut. Unfortunate there for ZFZ, but this is what I'm talking about. Just ZFZ or 5150 will go with the Shrike, but they don't have anyone that's just capable of hoffing like Veer, and now Veer's Shrike looks like it might go down.
It's actually staying alive. He has 498 health on it, and Assailant just kind of gave up on it. They're trying to do a coordinated cap here. Vector with just now getting the regen. The gens are up on the Blood Eagle side, but that's not enough to take down Vector. Actually, I just saw him warp a little bit, I think. But he is out pretty clean. He's almost home, too. The flag is off the stand for Diamond Sword. Actually, the flag's now returned. The only person to really do anything is Hatui, but I do not see him getting anything there. And there's the second point for ZFC.
See, and there it is.
3-2.
Veer's repairing his Shrike again, man. This is usually what you see happen when Veer gets his Shrike against a good team that doesn't ignore it. They just completely capitalize, and I don't know. I don't agree with this Shrike play. It's just, when he's repairing that Shrike when a flag is so close to getting capped, it's just not how you do it. Not how you play Tribe.
Yeah, I see you're focusing on that, and you're right. The 2 times that you pointed that out, it seemed like it would have been a good idea for him just to give up the Shrike at that point. There was 2 caps right there.
Yeah.
But ZFC's stepping up their offensive game too. Doing a coordinated cap with Intrinox, Vector and Intrinox, and getting a clear. Right now, there's a triple clear as Vector's coming in undetected. It looks like the flag stand's wide open. Remix and Hatui now getting onto their stand, but ooh, nice job. Who is that? Hatui right there in Pathfinder to get the Nitron and the return instantly. But Vector's like, you know what? You guys aren't on the stand, so I'm gonna do this again. And
Star comes in with the car.
Yeah, decides to throw. All right, you're going to do that again? I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to throw a conch in your face. Just not get the return. But you know what? They can keep it wherever they want because there's no one really on offense for ZFZ. Madden's coming in for the back grab. He is out, but not healthy. Getting chained out, and he's going to get finished off by Kudos, who's in midfield to get that return at will.
Shrike grab probably coming in here from Veer. Yeah, he's going to go for that Shrike grab, and he is out. Now with a lot of speed. Clout there to cut him off. Going for the Nitron. Misses, though. Veer going to fly right over his head. Veer now probably looking for the punt. No, Chambers snipes him out. And it looks like we have a pickup. Mukhtar picks up the Shrike and almost crashes into the ground. The flag gets returned, though, by ZFZ. So there it is. Mukhtar.
He would do that.
Now he's dead. And Vector's out with it for ZFZ, but he gets sniped down with Remix from behind. And Kudos, though, just in Jug. Is it going to be able to take out Hatui? Hatui so low. He misses the return. Cloud takes him out. No, Kudos TK's Cloud. Now Kudos coming in, trying to pick it up. That Shrike is back up. Looks like Veer has bought another one here. 451.50. Kudos now trying to get it back to his base. His flag isn't home, though. Looks like Matten is out with this route. And the flag is going back home to 51.50. We're going to see another standoff here. think that's number 3 of this map. So
yeah.
right
that was
now
a good escort
close game.
A good escort, but with that escort also comes with a open stand. Rhetorist was the only one there, and Matten just blew right by him and got it home. And still, they're uncontested on the red side. Only Intronox is over there to throw some shots in him, but he doesn't even have half of his health. So he's gonna get chewed out by Hatui and M-Star over here. Kudos though, throwing in some long-range mortars, not doing anything. Oh, there's Vector sneaking out of the corner of my screen, but now he's taken down by Remix's Swag Blaster. But the pressure of Kudos is too much. The punt off the Remix. Remix isn't there to get it. The flag is actually returned on the Blood Eagles, and the Diamond Swords return their flag. So left and right, the flags get returned, and it looks like Veer might even set up for some kind of maybe grab. No, he's gonna back off. I don't think he's in a good position for that. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you really don't want to give it the strike in this situation. It's not. There's nothing really that you need to do to get that flag out. They're still doing pretty well here. Matten already setting up on his route as well as Vector, and Bojingo is just raining down big green boomies on top of Rhetorist's head. Mukhtar is here for the clear as well. I think he's trying to get on Chambers. Chambers though is just eluding him right now. But here comes Matten, and Rhetorist is going to get cleaned up. No, he doesn't. Wow, Clout is there for the kill. And Rhetorist is at a sliver, somehow not getting cleaned up there by the 5150 offense, despite the fact it was Veer, Bojingo and Mukhtar all on top of him. Matt immediately getting that flag, and Veer comes in for the strike grab this time. He has about a quarter HP. Kudos ripping him apart from behind. Clout coming in very, very close. He's going to get the LAR. Is he going to get the return stopping? And there's the return. No 5150 cover there.
Nicely done.
Very nice. And
yeah, Veer gave up that strike at full health pretty much. And he didn't care. He thought he was going away. And there's Matten coming down the backslide. That's what he's been running the past like 3 or 4 times. This time he is out and clean. Now he's getting sniped out. Chambers just being a beast, and then the ZFZ team able to chew out their cappers every time, or at least anybody with a sliver of health. But M-Star to getting home to get the cap, but he's taken down. Assailant's there to get the kill, gets a double kill in fact, and the return. So nice little moment for Intronox that he can actually K out and do whatever he wants because there's nobody else on the offense to do anything.
Yeah, that's a very nice play. M-Star coming out with a nice pickup, but just with Curious George being there in Infiltrator, pops out and starts doing damage on him. Ooh, M-Star's there for super heavy body blocks. So it looks like Veer, he's getting those gens up again to get in that strike immediately. So 5150 really wants to go with this strike play this time around. Bojingo is now coming in, clearing away for Matten. Redder is unable to get the butt block, and Matten is out with full HP, and Chambers is not in a good position. He is now LOS, and Chambers missed that last shot. Kudos here trying to make a play. Is he going to be able to do anything? There's a disc. No, but Curious George is there for the E-grab. He is making his way. Hatui right behind him, though. Clout trying to escort Hatui, or Curious George. Yes, it looks like he is. He cleans up Hatui. Bojingo now coming in for the return. He returns it, and now Matten going up against Intronox. Intronox trying to chain him out, and
too
he
far
gets sniped
behind
as well. Oh, man, Chambers with a snipe, but not enough, and the flag gets capped, making it 2-4 now in favor of Team 5150.
You know what's really impressing me is Chambers, his positioning. He's always there at the right time. If he needs to, like he's K'ing out now because he realized him being on the offensive end isn't really going to do much for him. Kind of sucks that now Mukhtar is able to get a grab there. He has a 10-second respawn, but he's got to rely on other teammates. He can only do so much as a one-person team. Assailant trying to come in.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Unfortunate spawn there for Chambers.
So the punt off by Mukhtar, almost going into Curious George's arms, but he's going to go for the E-grab instead. Probably the right choice because there's a lot of red people over there on the stand to to counter that. Curious George is now taken down, but the only person here is Chambers again. See Chambers again with the with that spawn helping him out and trying to do something about it, but there's the 5th cap for 5150. But what else is saying? Oh, there's Matt with a grab. I can't even talk about what I want to say. Matt with a chain grab, and he does a low to high. It was good timing in his part, passing it off to looks like Bojingo Bells as it goes over Mukhtar's head. Might not be actually no, I thought someone was chasing on that, but actually Mukhtar's able to get that pickup as Assailant gets the pickup off the stand for the ZFZ. And it looks like the cluster home, not even needing the cluster, he just gets a home, passes it off to his Hoff there, actually passes it to himself to get to the Hoff, I'm sure. Anytime now, Assailant. And then Vector over here trying to force the flag out of Matten by himself against 4 players, and now we're back into another standoff. I think 5150 is going to keep this 4-man defense on the standoffs now, since they do have a good tight lead, and there's only 3.5 minutes left in this game. Right now, it's looking like 5150 is going to take this first map.
Yep. Oh, Veer's strike does get taken out by Vector over here, and Veer immediately going to kill out. But here's another thing I see from these top teams. The gens are still up from the last time Veer repaired them, and They didn't take out all the assets, so I'm actually surprised 5150 isn't hanging closer to this turret, as that thing could just help out randomly and be the MVP. But right now the flag on the other side gets returned. Oh my god. Now 5150 looking to put the 6-point on the board here for themselves. Kudos and Curious George have something to say about it though, but Kudos is going to get taken out by Veer's Thumper, and Veer now immediately going to go for that Shrike purchase. Curious George is able to get the E-grab here for ZFZ though, but the flag should get returned here just in time. Vector coming in. No, not going to happen. Remix gets taken up by Vector a second later, but Remix is there to get the cap, and now it is 2-6 in favor of 5150, and Matten's spamming these Pathfinder routes already on.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Like, I see Kudos and one other player on ZFZ going for the return, and then, you know, they get chewed out by the 5150 defense. And I see only one other person basically coming in for the crash. Like, where is everybody crashing? I've seen a lack of crashing on ZFC. Meanwhile, Matten running that backslide route again, and this time, oh, he just got body blocked by his own teammate Mukhtar. He's pretty pissed off about that, I'm sure. It would have been worse if the game was closer, but Matten's still able to truck it home. I guess they're running more of a heavy offense now for ZFZ because they had an open stand there, and they're not really doing anything to Matten there. Cloud's going to try to get this return, but Hatui's going to pick it up there. Cloud's going to get chained out by, or taken out by an explosive by Hatui. Hatui's going to try to put in this winning cap here, as Vector was the only one to get an E-grab. Not so much. And there it is, guys. 7-2 in favor of 5150 on Dry Dock, the first map, with 1:48 remaining. I'm a little surprised there. It looked, ZFZ did not look like themselves there.
Oh my god. Kudos with 32 kills. I don't know how this guy does it. This guy was playing Planet Side 2 like a minute before he started playing Tribe.
Yeah, that was like 20-30 minutes before the game.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it comes down to 5150 probably just more practiced, especially with offensive timing and everything, and the gen staying up way too long a lot for 5150. ZFZ just wasn't on top of that either, and I really thought once Veer brought out that strike, ZFZ was going to turn it around, but unfortunately 5150 gained their bearings and they stuck with the strike the whole game, and they came out capping it out. So unfortunately there for ZFZ. Arcs Novena though, we'll have to see how it goes on this map. Another one of those classic Tribes Ascend maps that's been around since the days that I can remember, and this is another one I would say ZFZ has a good chance. And then it's Canyon Crusade, and I would have to give that one to 5150.
Yeah, at first 5150 looked a little flaky. I just changed my mic settings a little bit, so tell me if it's bad. Anyway, yeah, 5150 looked a little flaky in the beginning. The first couple rounds weren't really coordinated, relying on Mukhtar with the infiltrator grabs, which is always a good secondary option, but not, you know, you want to go with Matten going with the fast grabs. You want to go with the initial strat, but it wasn't looking clean. But then they really shaped it up towards the end, especially on their standoffs, or just when they had a cluster on the flag. They were just beating ZFZ in the duels, it seemed like. And then, you know, on the other side, ZFZ just when they did go coordinated caps, like Intrinox and Vector coming in, they got a cap there. And other than that, I feel bad. I just didn't see the ZFZ out there. I saw someone else.
Yeah, and it also kind of comes from, you know, Vector. When's the last time you really saw him? I mean, he's been in a few of these games, but he doesn't play as much as he used to. He's still a great capper, but we also saw him mess up a few routes where he ran into the trees and stuff where the flag stand was completely open. So that has a little bit to do with it as well. And then the crash, it just seemed a little lackluster coming out from ZFZ on Dry Dock. It just, yeah, like you said, it's not the ZFZ we're used to seeing. But of course, you know, they don't play the game as much anymore. They are playing Planet Side 2, at least Kudos is, so.
Well, when they play against HiRezAPC, they really showed to be really dominant against them. And HiRezAPC is a damn good team. I even put my Shazbucks. I put a lot of Shazbucks on them, and I ended up losing, so I was a little upset. That's why I was very hesitant of betting against ZFZ again. But here we are on Arcs Novena. The same sides, same teams, same match. But yeah, different setting. And I think we pretty much have the same rosters, at least on ZFZ. I see the same people. I think I see the same people over on 5150 as well. So let's see if ZFZ can perform a little bit better on here. I gotta say that last match, the fail of the game does go to 5150, and that was Matten running into Mukhtar. I really hope Mukhtar was doing that on purpose. Maybe he could use that as an excuse, like, oh yeah, I plan to do that. Why? You know, we're gonna lose anyway. But we're gonna win anyway. Excuse me. But it was pretty funny. It was good to see that.
Yeah.
A little humor added.
Those damn invisible people.
All right,
But
3, 2,
here we
1,
go
we are
again.
live.
Yep.
And what are we seeing? We got on Blood Eagle, the same roster, Remix, Bojingle Bells, Matt and M-Star, Veer, TW, Hatui, and Mukhtar. And who's on Diamond Sword?
Over here on Diamond Sword, the blue team, it is ZFZ. It's Rhetorus, Intronox, Kudos, Curious George, Chambers, Vector, and Clout. And interestingly enough, I see Intronox coming out here trying to clear away for Vector, but no, Remix is going to kill Vector and M-Star kills Intronox. So, but Matten is coming in on this route, but he is spotted already by Chambers. Rhetorus is there. I can't imagine Matten is going to get far with this flag.
Yeah, that was a quick push by both teams, trying to, you can do whatever the hell you want in the beginning of a map. You can go all offense for all you care. There's not much to really worry about at that point. And both teams try to do something there that, I don't know, they're not going to do again, I'm sure. And both fails on each side. But we got Kudos and Curious George taking care of the clear. Looks like Curious George is able to take down Veer, but M-Star is able to take down Kudos a little early there as Vector is just now coming in. Actually, maybe not a little early. I was looking at Salient in the back, but he's getting out. Remix is still alive, though. Intronox probably should have taken care of that as he was the closest one to Remix. But Remix goes untouched, and that's what you get. Your flag carrier dies. I'm
not sure if that was meant to, like, Vector was supposed to be distract or what, but for some reason Intronox goes straight to the flag and now he's dead. That was just a bad decision there by Intronox. He really should have gone for a Remix there, but what are you gonna do?
Matt coming in for a back grab by himself trying to cowboy cap, and when I looked over at him, his health bar seriously dropped so quick, and it was clearly a chain. It was probably Rhetorus's chain, and it just dropped all the way down and died.
Yeah, one of the things you never see Matten do is soldier caps. He's always in that Pathfinder, and that's one of the, that's just a very dainty, I'll say dainty class, I mean, you're just gonna get torn apart. It's like, sending, I don't know, a little 6-year-old who's dancing around and into a cluster of rhinoceroses or something.
Whew,
but here we go.
Oh
wow, that actually almost made it over here across the aqueduct, but unfortunate bounce there, goes back, and M-Star is going to get an easy return here for 5150. Vector moving that flag as much as we've seen it move so far. Matten is coming in again. Rhetorus on top of him. Looks like Intronox picked up the flag, and Matten's going to get cleaned up. See how Intronox is doing. Looks like ZFZ just trying to cluster this flag home right now. Veer trying to chase him down in that Brute. And Veer actually doing Brute, something we don't commonly see. Usually it's Jug or Doombringer. Curious George now, though, trying to pick up this flag, but no, Veer's going to clean him up. Veer coming in for the return, but Kudos has something to say about it, but it wasn't persuasive enough, and the flag gets returned there by Veer.
Yeah, that was a classic ZFZ strat right there. Their capper failed to get home. The other team returned the flag, and Intronox just went up to the flag stand, just going slow as hell, grabbing it and just lobbing it home. Just had Curious George to help him out, but that's what we usually see them run, like a cluster strat like that. And they almost got home with it, or at least halfway home with it, but you got the crash. Even Remix switched out a sniper to go Pathfinder to get that return, at least a conk on him, and Veer TW was able to get the return. But shots being fired on both sides of the field. I see a distract, distract on 5150's end, but I don't see Matten anywhere. He's
actually coming from the back right now, and Hatui's here trying to clear out a path for him, but Rhetorus half HP. I don't think they have a spot on Matten, though, and Matten, oh, there it is. Matten's going to run right into Rhetorus and die. And over on the other side, it looks like Intronox now just going pure capping this time around. He is in Pathfinder. Vector and Curious George trying to clear a path for him, but no, they get cleaned up by the 5150D. And I'm not, they already see there's no way Intronox is going anywhere with this.
I felt so bad for him right there. Oh, everyone trying to do like the miracle shots and from a distance, had 5 people defending the flag. It was just like, good luck. Yeah, you got denied.
I mean, right now, I'm looking at Clout. Clout already at 7 kills running the defense here for Team ZFZ. So he's doing a phenomenal job. It's just right now, it just seems like the offense can't find their groove on either side. They are completely just getting dominated as far as their cappers go each time they try and take this flag off the stand.
Now we're like going into 5 minutes into this game. We don't have as many frags as we did last game.
Here we go.
Coming in for the back grab. There's the first coordinated offensive push there from both teams, and Matt in response gets a fast grab, touches the ground once, and gets the second cap, or the first cap, excuse me. Curious George was there, but not able to do anything about it. So 5 minutes in, first cap on Arcs Novena. This is a rather slow Arcs game.
Oh, yes, most definitely. And now we have ZFZ again trying to long it off. It seems like that's the only way they've really been moving it, except for that one attempt by Vector to punt it over the middle aqueduct. And I'm not quite sure if if 5150, they aren't really destacking. They're D'ing up at opportune times, but Hatui running the offense, not playing Chase or anything. They have M-Star playing Chaser, Veer on the Hoff, and of course Remix doing some work on the snipe. And Curious George over here, he does take out Matten mid-route, so now 5150 is either going to go through and llama it or just wait for Matten to set up another fast Pathfinder route, and hopefully he sees Remix. Yeah, Remix finally getting harassed. It's one thing I haven't really seen. No, he's just ignoring Remix. He's not chasing after him or anything, so you can't let Remix go unfazed. You have to tickle him a bit, you know?
Yeah, the whole map really hasn't been anything really impressive so far. No team's really shown something that's like, okay, they did that right. The last push by 5150 was the best thing yet, but no one's able to clear the flag stand in time. No one's really doing anything impressive from what I'm seeing. Here's Curious George doing what Intronox did last time, which is just llama it off the stand and had one person escorting him. This time it's looking a lot better for ZFC to get back home, and there's a conk by M-Star. Kudos though, right behind him. That's why you escort people. Get right behind him, and he's still decent speed for a heavy. There's a conk on him though, and Veer to W almost getting the return, gets denied. Remix trying to come in for the return, and he does in front of all three of the ZFC guys. And now I thought I saw the flag grab pick up on Diamond Sword, but no, that flag's at home too.
Well, Matten got the cap there. It is 2-0 now in favor.
Oh, he did get the cap, yeah.
5150. Yeah, again, 5150 had a really solid clear. Matten got out, not with the most of HP, but it's still Mukhtar, Bojingabos, and Hatui were able to clear Rhetorus off, who's really been doing work there on Matten those past few runs, and he got all the way home. Now Matten's actually setting up infiltrator routes, so we'll have to see what comes of that. But man, I can't believe, kudos, he killed the chaser, Veer, and somehow the Sentinel for 5150 comes in and makes a return. Not quite sure how that, with a Nova Blaster nonetheless.
So this is the problem I see right now. I see both Kudos and Curious George attacking offensively. Intronox taking down the sniper right now, but Vector's still about 15 seconds out. I mean, if Curious George and Kudos can hold their ground for the next 10-15 seconds, then they can get away with this. But here's 5150 coming home with this flag again. But I'm looking over on the blue side. There was 3 people over there on the red team to get that clear, so like they're doing a good push. What happened there? Vector got the flag?
Dead stopped on the flag stand. I'm not quite sure. I just saw him hugging the corner after he got out with it, but somehow he's still moving with it. He like stopped for a second and like what the hell is going on?
Why is no one home?
How is he getting home? That's my question.
Oh, he's gonna get a cap? What?
Oh no, turn around.
He's struggling
now. And Mukhtar coming. Oh no, this is gonna get returned. The sniper Remix Clout coming. No, Bojingabos got it. Oh my god.
Oh man.
This is just sloppy. I don't even know what the hell is going on in this game. This is not. These are not. Both these teams right now are not playing how we're used to seeing them play.
Certainly not. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I was looking forward to like a game last night. With Vex and 5150, both teams are playing some kick-ass games and plays. It just seems like the offense on both teams isn't really doing it. Like here comes Matten from the back grab. Yes, there's 3 people on offense right now, but they're too late.
They're way too late. They got the invitation late to the party, and here they are.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, Matten. One thing Matten always does, he always spams these Pathfinder routes, and it's good in a way because it's really hard for the defense to get a beat on him. It's really hard for them to guess where he's coming from and when he's coming in. But at the same time, with ZFZ's D, I mean, especially with Rhetorus as a Hoff, I mean, he's a phenomenal Hoff, and if he's sitting there untouched, you're not going to get out, even if you do sneak up on him.
Yeah, okay, Vector coming in for the back grab. No one's there to help him clear. Intronox is in Infiltrator, but not really doing anything. He's just going to hide into the base and wait for the next push.
Yeah, he's actually going to get the gens down. His Veer's back in the Shrike, so we'll have to see how well the Shrike plays here on Ark's Novena. He's just long-range spamming Rhetorus from his side of the base. Ooh, Rhetorus already getting the Saber Launcher out, so ZFZ really paying attention to what's going on the field, and Veer now forced to run away, looking for Matten. Matten is set up. He's about 20 seconds off his route. Vector's about to spot him, though. Or maybe he's not. I'm not sure if he saw him or not, and no one's taking shots right now at Matten, and Veer's just cleaning up house, or not, actually. Rhetorus is going to be here just pelting him with that chain gun, but here comes Matten, and Rhetorus getting hit just in time. Matten coming in, but nope, there it is. Rhetorus is shooting at the strike, and he gets body blow.
I'm going to tell you, here comes Vector in for a grab, and I'm going to say it again. Both Kudos and Curious George were just attacking way too early, prematurely, and they die, and then Vector was still 10-15 seconds out. When you were talking about Vector maybe spotting Matten coming in, that's when they were attacking. And I'm just like, why? I just feel like, you know, they're very strong fraggers. I think they got a few kills in the meantime, but those frags don't matter when, you know, your flag carrier is in the area. So I think if they're able to sync that up, they can. That's what they need to fix, is just sync that up a little bit, and you're gonna get Vector a clean grab. Actually, Vector's gonna cut in from his route now, do something that we don't normally see a lot of people do. Actually, it's a popular route, trying to hit that that bounce off the aqueduct. Actually, it's a timed grab, and there's the coordination. You know, you don't even need a clear, and Intronox makes it almost halfway home. It was something. Kudos might be able to do something about this. That disc, a little too late in the return by, I think that was Hatui. Someone from 5150 getting.
Yeah, it was Hatui. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say a little something about Kudos real quick here. He's a phenomenal player. I love the guy to death. The guy's a really cool guy, but I'm not sure if he had a marriage or something with this jug suit. But I seriously have not seen him get out of the jug suit once, and like you can't. Like you have to switch it up a bit. But I don't know. Maybe they're just not taking it seriously. I'm sure they'll have their excuses at the end of the map, what have you. But yeah, this is not turning into. It's not looking good for ZFZ whatsoever.
There's 13 minutes 45 seconds left. The score is only 2-0. This is a slow ass game. You would think there's a D stat going on or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
But
it's 4-3 the whole time.
It's just, I think it's just poor offense on both teams. Vector going from his left to right and just gets dead stopped on the sand by a member of 5150. But Jingle Bell's trying to make the flag home on his other end. I thought Vera was going to jump out to do a nice little strike grab, but he doesn't. He elects not to. Both flags go back home. But here's ZFZ again with a cluster strat. But Curious George does not have anybody to really help him out except for Kudos, but he's not in the best condition to really get this flag anywhere farther.
Yeah,
I tell you, man,
it sucks because, you know, I mean, and it looks like now Matten's out with it, and he's gonna go back and get this cap.
But then again, you know, he didn't really have anyone on offense to help him out. I think. Did ZFZ give up? I'm kind of like looking at this as if they're not.
Well, I mean, Curious George just said good game, and yeah, I mean
that's why I'm saying that.
It sucks so bad too, because ZFZ just, you know, back in the day, so much fun to watch and. Just such a great team, and they're still a great team. They have so much talent on their team. They just, I don't know. It's just a mental thing, I guess.
I'm not gonna give up on it yet, because again, it's Arch Novena 3-0, 12 minutes 25 seconds. So you can get 2 caps in a matter of 60 seconds, maybe even shorter than that. And it doesn't look like they're really giving up. It looks like they're still trying to run routes, trying to still, you know, push forward, not D-stacking, not O-stacking. You know, it looks like a clear, you know, 3 people on defense, you know, more people on offense, actually, 2 people on defense now. But you look at 5150, like, they're not even have an offense in place yet.
Yeah, and the strike, Mukhtar, Embo, Jingle Bells all coming up over here. It looks like Vector coming in for his route. He'll be in a few seconds. I don't see where Matten is right now. He is in Pathfinder. I don't see it. Oh, he's all the way over here, and Vector's gonna get cleaned up there by M-Star's MA. But yeah, now all of 5150's offense, well, Bojangles has gone down. Mukhtar is still alive over here, as well as Vera in that strike, but Matt, he hasn't even left on his route yet.
I saw him leave for a route, but I think he died early. Okay. And now he's just waiting on top of his on top of the V-pad area, the spawn area, that is. And I think he's just waiting for the call to be like, all right, guys, should I leave now? You know, are you guys ready? So now he's gonna leave left to right. He's actually, you might see Vector as he comes in. I'm looking at his. No, he doesn't see him coming in. So Vector's coming in for a back grab. Anybody on ZFZ to clear the stand? Let's take a guess. No, yeah, I'm right. No one's there to clear the stand. Kudos,
yeah,
and everybody's all in the midfield right now. So let's see if he could do a cowboy cap.
They had everything set up right. I don't know that Matten is setting up for this back. They had everything set up right, but I mean, Mukhtar for some reason came out early. He was an infiltrator. He could have just sat there invisible. Veer obviously in a strike, and Jingle Bells was going to hit at the right time, but now Mukhtar is here for a clear. He's trying to take out Rhetorist. Matten coming in. There it is. A nice clear, but Veer doing a lot of damage there to Matten.
Yeah, Cloud's able to, well, he gets the final shot on the flag carrier, and he's going to get the chase down and get the return. So, you know, Cloud's doing his job.
Yeah, Mukhtar gets cleaned up by Chambers there. So the offense has been cleaned up here by ZFZ. Veer repairing that strike here. Is getting up to full HP. Vector, poor Vector.
I think at this point, you know, you stop running routes as Vector because you're not going to get the clear that you're looking for. You're just basically a moving target practice for them. Because everyone's seeing you coming in there all the time in the world.
Here's Kudos and Intronox here, just way too early. And Kudos might get the kill here on M-Star. He does, and the flag stand is open.
Intronox should just grab the flag right now and pass it off to Vector or something. But Vector cuts in. This might be good. Hatui has no health. Here he goes. Vector with full health. Doesn't get the best hop off the building there, but
gonna be a cap.
Yeah, this could be a cap. Let's see if anybody's there to get the chain grab. Yeah, they're camping. There's still a chance, though. It's right in front of the flag. Kudos is still there at the enemy flag stand. This is Curious George to get the instant E-grab or a chain grab. They didn't get the cap, but they're going to easily get this at least halfway home with Kudos trying to help out. And like you said, he's just really loving that jug suit. Man, Matt in long distance with the bolt launcher getting the kill on the carrier. Damn.
Yep. Man, that was I really thought 5150 was about to lose it there because Veer had gone down. And if ZFZ had made it past the aqueduct, that had a really good chance of getting a cap there. Gen's immediately coming up, though, after Veer loses his Shrike, so no one in position to take these Gens out in time before Veer can purchase that Shrike. So Veer will get it back in that Shrike immediately. M-Star over here doing his hopping duties in that Juggernaut suit, trying to get some long-range mortars on Vector as he comes in. Here comes Vector, and he is actually going to squeeze out between Hatui and M-Star. And
here comes that Shrike.
5150. Oh, Mukhtar and Bojingo Bells are here. That Shrike is actually immediately shot, so he backs off. He doesn't want to lose that Shrike, and Vector gets the cap.
Curious George there on the stand, just like last time they get the chain grab. And this could have happened last time if they got the cap. Throwing off the defense, trying to get that chase. There's the flag off the stand for Diamond Sword, but now they're going to get the return. That's going to be clout with the return. Curious George still trotting home. The Shrike taking shots on him. It looks like Mukhtar's going to try to chain him, snipe him out with the knives. He might get the return too. There he is, doing what he does best. You know, sniping out with those knives and making the flag fall right into his hands to deny that second cap. But these are good pushes. That's 2 in a row that Vector's able to squeeze out. And here he comes with a third one, the same route again, and he squeezes it out again. But look at that.
Oh my god, this Shrike is going to get sniped. It has 5 HP. No, Chambers doesn't get it. Shrike had 5 HP and Chambers is sniping it. Somehow Veer gets the repair on it. Can't believe it.
Clout and Curious George are going to try to chain out that Shrike, but he gets away with gets away from them all when he only has 118 health left. He just really wants to keep that alive.
Oh man, I wonder if Kudos made a macro for that. Madden in here with an infiltrator route now, and he's out with quite a bit of HP considering he has half HP, but he is going straight to Intronox. Intronox going to be able to tear him apart? No, he misses all of his shots. But Curious George is here for ZFZ, and Madden goes down, getting taken out there by Curious George. Remix coming in, he's going to get taken out by Mortar. No, that Mortar doesn't kill him. He still has a little bit of HP left. Clout gets cleaned up. Now here comes Intronox, and he gets the return. And the flag will not get capped there by 5150, keeping the score 1-3 in favor of 5150.
A little less than 7 minutes left. 2-minute differential. 2-point differential. I don't know. I think ZFZ, if they continue doing what they've been doing the past couple minutes with Vector running that route and getting some kind of clear off that stand, yeah, anything can happen. It's Vector's able to get a cap and then have Curious George again standing on the stand to get a a chain llama. I could see this being a quick 3-3. They're doing a good job on defense at least. For ZFZ, we're not really giving him enough credit on that end. Chambers doing his job sniping, Clout doing a good job chasing, and Rhetorist, doing a good job on this Hoff. So it's not really anything to complain about on either team's defense. We just keep pointing out the offense. But look at that nice clear for 5150. At least it looked like it from a quick second, but no. Matten gets taken down, and there's Mukhtar to fall. Rhetorist is still alive. Cloud's still alive. So yeah, never mind. That was again good performance of defense.
Yeah, ZFZ's defense is phenomenal, and I mean, right now I'm looking for Vector. I don't see him anywhere. Where the hell is Vector?
He's way up in the air in the back right of the enemy base. And he's coming in about 7 seconds. Curious George is on the stand to do something about it. He's actually going to get the kill on Remix, which is huge. Now they're focusing on Curious George. M-Star just sees Vector coming in, but Vector sneaks by. Internox is there to help him out, or at least try to cut off any kind of chaser coming in. Oh, Vector fails and hits the pillar of the Aqueducts, and now he's gonna get denied by Bojingle Bells. Kudos is there to maybe do something about it, but he gets rammed by VRTW. Bojingle Bells knocks the flag away from Internox and into his hands for the return. Wow.
Man, I'm sure Vector was probably just in shock. He actually cleared a super heavy huff off the flag stand by himself. As
Yeah.
M-Star was there, and somehow Vector was able to get out. So, unfortunate though. That could have been just 1 point to make up after that. But there it is, and we saw again Kudos in that jug suit in the mid, and he's still in jug. I think he's pretty much been in jug this entire time.
Poor Vector, he could have got a cap if he didn't pull a little Kiwi there.
Oh no, and Matten's out. Not too fast. ZFC has a chance to make the E-grab.
Yeah, Vector's coming in for a route.
Flag stand. They need to E-grab it though, I think. Oh, there it is. Curious George does pull out the E-grab here for ZFZ. He is now trying to keep it alive with half HP, and Intronox coming in from behind off this route. Is he going to be able to make a play? Oh, he stops. He hits his head. He can't get up there. He goes down to the sliver. He dies. Matten's at his sliver. No one for the return for 5150 though.
But no one's
Where's
crashing.
Chambers? And there's the cap. Wow.
A lack of crash right there.
Is in that jug. God damn it.
I was looking. I was like, okay, you know, they just all respawn, so I don't expect a crash. You know, Intronox is the only one to do anything, but they had more than enough time to get a crash. They decided to dedicate a crash. So yeah, that was that seems to be a fail on ZFZ's part again. Is the crash carrying over from the last map? I don't even know what to say.
My thoughts exactly, APC. My thoughts exactly.
All right, Vector coming in from his route. You know, look at this. ZFZ's getting these clears now. At least Curious George is getting there at the right time. And Vector is not hitting the Aqueduct this time, so he might be able to deny.
No, Veer. Oh, he punts it over Veer.
That's a smart idea. That's a genius idea. It's brilliant as Redris is there to get the pickup. Right? Redris? Right? No, Veer! Veer bouncing up and down the stand, and Mukhtar with the return! Oh man, did you see that strike just bobble up and down?
Curious George is out with it now, trying to put another point up on the board for ZFZ, and everyone for 5150 crashing the stand. Matten makes it out. Clout trying to grab the flag, not gonna happen. M-Star makes a return, but Matten does get cleaned up by Chambers. I can't believe that strike kill. I hope that got on cam. That was...
Oh yeah, I watched the replay. I definitely saw that. Veer even typed in chat. You don't see that many, you know, all the time.
No.
Maybe once every 20 matches. But in the meantime, you see the flag leaving the Blood Eagle stand again, and you know, getting a quick return by for 5150. They have a good crash today. They were able to crash the stand on everything. But there's Vector again with that route. Very, very successful. When there's at least one person attacking the stand when Vector's coming in, they get this. And this time they're... Hold on. They finally get a cap. There we go. And a Salient there, and Intronox able to get the chain grab. So this is what ZFZ usually does. And look at this. There's 2 minutes left, and this is the third point for ZFZ if they get this home. 5150 though with the crash. Mukhtar and Hatui's there to do something about it. Hatui trying to do something about it, but he gets killed by Clout. Clout instantly picking up and instantly dying. Mukhtar dying by... Woo! Redris is a long distance chain from the flag stand. Now it's Kudos in the heavy outfit. This is the time that you do want him to be in heavy. A pass up to Redris, but he fails the pass. They're going to try again. Here comes Veer with the strike again. Instantly the flag gets picked up and returned of the blue team. And look at that. There's the escort. 3 to 4. Uh-oh. No one sees him. Yeah, they do. They see him coming in. But they don't kill. Oh, no, there's a Nitron.
Oh, they get the Nitron, damn it.
Oh. This is getting kind of exciting though. We got a minute and a half left. 1 point differential here. Yeah, this is cool. Finally, a little life going on.
Yeah, it looks like Veer might be setting up for a strike grab, trying to be a sneaky shark over here. And he's putting on the afterburners. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm watching Chambers. They don't see him. No one sees him. Now Cloud just spotted him. But yeah, he's going to pull off. Veer's definitely a dumb idea for him to do something like that right now. But yeah, a minute left. They're still running the same plan as the beginning of the game. That is ZFZ. Kudos is just a little late coming home, going to the party. Curious George is now responding. Oh my god, really?
Oh, and he kills himself with the saber.
No, how do you even do that? How do you even do that? Are you kidding me? Did you get that, Blitz? Tell me you got that. Yeah, he did. He got it, guys. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Vector coming in here now. Oh man. Oh no, Remix gets him with the Nova Blaster though.
25 seconds left. Curious George needs to do something here. 20 seconds left. ZFZ needs to move this off, or else they're going to be stuck with third place in the NATL Pro League. They do get a chunk of that prize pool, but you know I think you want to get at least a little bit more, a little more dollar bills. Azalean right there with the pickup. Clout now with the pickup. They're clustering on that flag. 5 seconds left. Kudos there to escort him home. The Nitron by one of the players of 5150. Clout is picking up his own return. Now we're in the overtime. One quick return over there on the red team. Vector, oh, just missing it, but that's all right. Bojiggle down is down. The Veer and the Strike is getting some shots on the blue team. Matten gets the grab, gets the grab, brings it automatically home, but they don't care about that. You need to cluster this flag. You got to keep it in your hand. It is overtime, guys, and the pickup by Chambers. Nitrons left and right. The flag gets returned by M-Star, and there it is, guys. GG's. That last 6 minutes was exciting. That was awesome. I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
But that goes to, that's third place for ZFZ in the NATL Pro League. Their season is now done. But now we see the epic matchup between Vex and 5150. Once again, that's going to be Sunday, guys, at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern here on this channel. I believe it's at 10 o'clock. You can go to natribes.com to keep up with it. But now, the two teams remaining have a chance at the, it's $1,400 for first place. So, the ending of that game was at least exciting. And we got to see what both teams are all about, especially ZFZ at the very end.
Yeah, see Remix actually coming out as top frag that time around. I didn't see a lot of pressure on him throughout the entire match, so you can't let a sniper, especially a sniper of the caliber of Remix, go unchecked there. But some hilarity at least happened there at the end. That saber launcher suicide, awesome.
That was
and Veer's
perfect.
little kiss. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, unfortunate there, ZFZ unable to come out with it, but they made it a game there at the end. It was a weird game to watch. I definitely haven't seen that one really between these two teams in a while, at least the way it played out. So
yeah, it looked like both teams were just not practiced. They're just not in the normal funk, and 5150 has been practicing, especially after their loss last night, and they really want to meet Vex again in the grand finals where it really matters. So they're gonna have some time to practice again, guys. The finals are on Sunday, the grand finals. But yeah, you got any other analysis you want to throw out there about the two maps? I don't think we're gonna have interviews tonight. We're just gonna move right along.
Now I think everything's pretty much been cleared up. We saw these games; they were interesting. I don't really know if there's much to analyze, to be honest. It seemed like a lot of trolling going on, so I don't know.
If we had to wrap it up in a couple of sentences, it's lack of cluster for ZFZ. Both teams off sync on offense for most of the time. You can clearly tell that if the teams weren't in sync with the cappers, if their offense wasn't in sync with the cappers, then there was going to be no kind of cap at all. But once they did, there was always some kind of cap, or at least a standoff for that matter. But yeah, then the ending of Arcs really changed the tides, where Vector was getting out. We were forcing 5150 off their stand a little bit, creating plays such as the nose kiss, as you call it, by Veer, and Rhetorist 2 got to kill himself with a saber launcher. But other than that, guys, that's 5150 with the win.
Yep, so 5150 and Vex going to be going at it, and ZFC going off with that third place prize money of $400, I think.
It is $400, I believe. I think it's 400, 700. Let's do a little math here. So 1400 for first place, 700 for
so 1400 for first.
1300 for first, 700 for second. Yeah, so it ends up being 400 for third.
Pull out your calculators, folks. Let us know if we're right. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, no, it is right. It's a total of $2,500. So.
Well, APC, it's been fun, man. Thanks for letting me come and cast with you, and Buhlitz over there doing the camera work. I can't wait to watch it and tell you how bad you are. But really, yeah. Thanks for
guys.
everyone that's watched, and GuitarGuy out.
Yeah, thanks, Guitar Guy. It's good to cast for you with you. It's been a while, at least. I think we've done it like once before. I didn't want to be with that bald Canadian Jim Christ anyway, so thank you for stepping up. Blitz, you too. I was watching on my other monitor your camera work, and I think a lot of people were liking it a lot. So thank you for stepping up for doing camera. If you guys want to watch the VOD later, or I'm sure it's going to be on Reddit later, give us some criticism because we do have the finals coming up, and we have another season of NATL coming up shortly after the end of the season. So be sure to get your 2 cents in now so we can make a better and possibly even a bigger NATL next time around.